Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannon's Classic Car and Bike Insurance. Phone them for a quote. Hi, this is Fletch, your presenter of the TV show Classic Restos. It's the show where it's your chance to see completed restorations being shown, driven and enjoyed. There's just something about a classic car. The lines, the chrome, the horsepower. No matter what the car, they deserve recognition. They've escaped the crushers, they've escaped a write-off, and they've escaped a rusty death. If you have a passion for post-war ground pounders, come with me now as we look a little closer on Classic Restos.
G'day and welcome to Classic Restos. Today we're lucky enough to have Trev with his absolutely fantastic 66. How are you, Trev?
Good, Fletch.
That's the way, mate. Mate, tell us about this car.
Oh, basically, it's been on the road now for 7 years. It's taken around 3 years to restore. Well, basically, I purchased the car off Billy Birmingham.
Oh, 12th man.
At the 12th man fame, and he'd had things sitting around for around 3 or 4 years. And it was just a conversation with him that he had a 66, which is what I wanted, a 66.
And why a 66?
66s, basically because they're a lot plainer than what the 65 are regarding front and rear sections, and they're just sort of straighter, lower, wider, plainer. Yeah.
So when Billy had the thing, what colour was it?
It was a pearl silver. It had been restored. He'd actually purchased the car after it had been restored, and it was because it was just sitting around for that period of time. It was sort of just in pretty bad decay.
Describe what sort of condition. Like, if you must be able to still picture the thing sitting in the yard.
Yeah.
Where was the rust?
Well, it had it in the usual panels, just in the doors, bottom doors, sill panel, the guards. It was pretty bad. It looked pretty good, but once it was all stripped down, it was a bit of a shock.
So from go to woe, Trev, how long did it take you to get it on the road?
It was around 3 years from once I got the car, got it all stripped down. It had taken that period of time. Yeah.
Now, everyone's going to be wanting to know what's under the hood. Tell us about the driveline.
So just kept the old power glide, just got it beefed up a little bit, and just runs a 350 4-bolt block, small block. Goes well. It's got double hump fuelies. It's just got 600 Torker, Hurricane headers, 3270 75 cam grind, which is an old grind, and just the all roller gear.
So she comes to life at around $3,000?
Around 3, it's good.
Now, with your carby, what's the history there? Have you always had the 4-barrel, or?
No, I used to run a tri-power on it. It went well, but not as good as what it does now.
So the 4-barrel just nicer around town?
Smoother, much smoother.
Where did you notice the tri-power?
Tri-power is good up top. You go along the freeway, just put your foot in, there's just heaps there.
Yeah, give it a stab and off you go.
It was good.
Yeah. Now, what about the diff, Trev? What did you do there in the rear of the car?
It's got the 12-bolt standard diff that was in it. 12-bolt, it's a 355 centres.
Looking around the car, I mean, it's one of these cars that just grabs your attention from any angle. Mate, the wheels and the tyres look absolutely fantastic. What made you choose those?
Well, actually, I purchased them locally through Jack's Tyres. They've been good. I just like the Dragway Pros, and I think they suit the style of car.
Did it ever cross your mind when you were thinking about the concept of the car, do I leave it an original ride height? Do I run the narrow tyres on it? Or did you always have this car pictured to be like long, low and wide? I
wanted to keep it how the car would have been modified in the 60s. Instead of going over the top with a lot of stuff, I just try to keep it as a 60s style of a car, and I just wanted to keep the performance gear pretty much the same and how it would have been done back in the 66s.
But your interior, Trev, now obviously it's been retrimmed. Let's have a look at that, mate. It's absolutely gorgeous inside.
Yeah.
It's happened from door trims, dash, seating. Yeah. Mate, where did you start?
Well, basically to to get something to match the colour of the car. And I got it done locally through a local trimmer here in Barrel. He actually accessed the vinyl from America, and basically it's all been done how the original stitch pattern was in the original car, except for the inserts. You know, it was just sort of something that was sort of put together to match colour.
It's still got the new car smell. I mean, to think this car has been on the road 8 years now?
Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic. And the little centre studs that go actually in the cloth of the seats too, were they hard to obtain?
No, I basically wanted to sort of keep it the blue and the silver, so I wanted to put as much chrome on it as I could, with both on the outside and on the inside as well, you know, with the trims and armrests and everything else.
Mate, even down to like attention to detail, like the ashtrays in the rear doors, like the stainless steel, it's absolute perfection. I mean, when you were trying to source parts, were these were parts for the 66 readily available, or is it quite a task to get the cosmetics?
No, a lot of it's obtainable, but there's some things I had to get restored, and you know, with the armrests, they all have to be re-nickel plated, and couldn't get chroming done. And it was all nickel plated, and it all came up quite well.
Yeah, Trev, look, I've sort of gathered that the 66 Impala, particularly the year of 66, means a lot to you. Mate, it must go way back with you. You must have been inspired.
Yeah, sort of. My father used to race boats, and he used to use Chevs and Pontiacs to pull the boats around, and I've sort of liked the big car back in the mid-60s. That period was just memorable. And yeah.
So when there would have been equivalent 138 grey engines running around in Holdens, what sort of vehicle did your father have?
The last one was a 327 4-barrel on a 67 Parisian Pontiac, and it was a beautiful car back then, you know, and, rally wheels, and I just liked them, and that's basically why I've sort of done what I've done with this.
When you were a young bloke, did you ever let you borrow it?
Oh yeah, I used to take it out Friday, Saturday nights, yeah.
Did it come back with bald tyres on the back or what?
We tried. No, it was powerful. Back in them days, it was very powerful.
Yeah, back in the days when you could get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Trev, the colour of this car, there's going to be a lot of people that love the lustre, I guess, or the finish of this. What's the actual colour of it?
Well, it started off as an 84 Iceland blue GM colour, and then the Mittagong smash Keith Keynes, who done all the work on the body, we just sort of went through with just mixing paints to suit the car, and we ended up with the one that's on it, and it actually started off the Iceland blue, went with purple, and then 2 pearl, and the purple was mixed to bring up the colour.
All right, Trev, well, mate, we've got it all warmed up, so let's take it out for a run, eh? That's the best part.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks for being on Classic Restos, and I reckon we should go back to your place now and, say, grab a toasted sandwich.
Let's do it.
Good on you, mate.
We'll be back with another Classic Resto after this.